But I'm just in the car waiting for some orders. I might go into Publix and get me some chicken, not gonna lie. Or you know what, I can call up there and see if they got my application. So yeah, I'm gonna call them and see if they got my application and see if we can do me an interview, because we have to make the money. That's what I'm doing. But so basically I was like, I was just like, you know, let me get a job, let me start making money so I can start pursuing my career that I wanted. And it was like, at the time I was like, oh, I want to start modeling, you know what I'm saying? Let me just get a job so I can start financing that career for me, you know. Okay, this is me editing, but also I want to add that at this time I was homeschooled and I was just tired of feeling isolated and lonely. So I was like, it was really taking a toll on my mental health. So I had decided, okay, let me get a job. Just let me get a job. I need some type of human interaction. Like, I just could not. That isolation was on a whole nother level. And I was like, let me just get a job for my mental health. You know what I'm saying? Because I had no support from nobody. And so needless to say, a couple manifestations later, I was just at Chipotle and I was thriving. I was making money. I was, you know what I'm saying, doing what I do to survive. And I've been there for a while. I was at a store. I went through multiple GMs, come and go, get transferred out to different stores, blase. So me, I already know, you know what I'm saying? I'm good at what I do. I wouldn't have been promoted if I wasn't good at what I do. When I was a crew, I was sitting at the potential of a kitchen leader, blase. Let me just add that I never wanted to get promoted in fear of like having to subscribe to obligation and entitlement and have people have control over like me, you know what I'm saying? Taken away from my freedom and my free range to do whatever I wanted. That's like why I never, you know, wanted to necessarily be in a management position. But it's just like the amount of work that's required is like that crew pay rate is never worth it. Like, it wasn't worth it. That's why I got a second job. Whatever. Let me not do the backstory, but backstory on my Chipotle career, that's pretty much that. And so I was like, okay, I'll get promoted because, you know, I had left and I had a second job. Yeah, like recently at work, I just was feeling like I'm no longer, like, it's really no longer serving me. Anyways, let me actually turn this off so I could tell y'all this, story. It's story time. We can actually get into it. Wait, let me see. I was just like, you know, I go to work. I put in that extra effort. I do 110% every time, no doubt about it. I do the best I can. You know, I be staying late. You know what I'm saying? I just be basically, I just felt like I was carrying the back of my store, literally, because if stuff wouldn't get done, you know, I'd be willing to stay, help out, get the stuff done, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But, okay, let me put the phone down. But, you know, I just was feeling like unappreciated. You know what I'm saying? If folks don't appreciate, like if your employer don't appreciate you or respect you, you know, she could say she respected me all she wanted, but what she didn't do was respect. She didn't respect, like, no, let me not have the flashlight on. That's doing too much. She just didn't respect, like me, I'm a creative. Like, I'm a free-flowing type of person, you know. I just go with the flow. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm not strict to a set schedule. I'm not strict to how every day is going to go the same way. No, it's not, because different circumstances call for different things. We be having call outs all the time, not getting those call out, you know, replaced and stuff like that, and then still have your expectations high. Like, girl, who the fuck? You're not finna play me. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? And I got a recording in my phone. I said recording. Yeah, y'all know me. I be vlogging, but I don't be editing. So I got a little video of me when I was discussing my first like interaction with her from the jump. Like, this lady, she came to our store as a training GM. And I was like, okay, whatever. And then she said something to me, and I was just like, girl, I don't know if you think just because you have higher authority over me that I am going to just, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not gonna talk to me any other way. She was crazy. And I was just like, okay, you know, it wasn't many people coming in, right? But being that it's gonna be peak, like, you're gonna prepare yourself for peak and set yourself up for success because it's peak. And so she was just like, or I was just like, okay. I was like, can you drop a chicken? And I was just like, because I was cutting a chicken. She was like, okay, I kind of wait till they use it up or whatever. I was like, can you drop a chicken? You open with 2 chickens. Can you drop a chicken? And mind you, the chicken on the lot is a reheat chicken. So I was just like, can you drop a chicken? And she was just like, I'm grill 1, you're grill 2. And I was just like, what, excuse the hell out of me? I'm just listening to my solution. My solution said, drop that chicken on that grill, because there was nothing cooking on the grill. There was no steak on the grill, there was no brisket on the grill, no chicken. So I'm just like, I'm not hearing nothing sizzling. I'm not hearing anything sizzling. And mind you, DML get busy sometimes. And it's like, after DML jumping and the front line winging, like, we need to have the food. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be running out of food while I'm on grill. And I wasn't going for that. And so I was like, can you drop a chicken? Back kitchen out. And I had set her up for success too. I had all her rights and everything while I was on prep and all that. And one time, I said all that. And she was like, no, like, it's not needed. And I was like, I don't know where I'm at in this story or what I'm trying to tell y'all, but basically I just wasn't feeling this GM pretty much from the jump. And so when I was there, I was trying to work with her. I was trying not to work against her. And I'm just a creative person. I'm really finna just speak about me and speak towards me. I'm just a creative person, and the way I tend to work just was not suitable for the way that her management style was. And that's okay. That's really okay. I told myself in the beginning of this year, or like my New Year's resolution or whatever, I said my goal is to free myself from Chipotle. And so what I really think now, that manifestation came to fruition. Was it in the most ideal way possible? No. Is it how I thought it would happen? No. However, I can say that I was like, I am literally tired of not uploading on YouTube. And I would say more so, I was giving more of my I was giving more of my energy and my power to a company instead of to myself. And so it's hard for me when I start operating out of survival instincts of just trying to, you know, make money that's solidified, keep my bills paid, and not just be that, opposed to like being uncomfortable with not having that solid foundation set in stone for you. And so I just continued to work and work and work and work for somebody else and not for me. And so now me, like, I was able to get this car, you know, because of that job. And so now that I have the car, it's like I have more opportunity to make money in different ways that allow for me to have more freedom. And this is why I'm choosing to start like Instacarting. I don't really like DoorDashing like that. And I should have got me something to drink, and we could have ate Papa's mashed potatoes and some chicken wine. But yeah, I was just like, you know what? I just really like, how do you say? I was really ready to elevate, and I felt that within me. Like, last month or so, like I was really ready to elevate. I was really ready to start being more present on my social medias, not just YouTube. But yeah, I was really just ready to be more present, just on my social medias in general. And I tend to find that, like, I wasn't even posting on Instagram. I wasn't posting YouTube shorts. I really wasn't recording TikToks or none of that. And that's all stuff that I really enjoy doing. And it just makes me more, it fulfills me in a different way of working a 9-to-5 job, you know? And so really, I just was like, it's time. But I was still holding on to that 9-to-5 because I felt comfortable, a little too comfortable actually. And I know some of y'all out here watching this probably feeling the same way, but y'all just don't want to go about life with a little bit of uncertainty, which honestly, I'm like, I know I'm taken care of. Like, I know I'm taken care of. It's, I don't fully know exactly how I'm gonna keep, I'm not gonna say I don't know how I'm gonna keep up, but you know, there's nothing for certain that's gonna, you know, keep my life afloat. But you will never know how to pivot if you don't get forced to be put in the situation to have to do it, versus me standing still comfortable with how I was living and, you know, my income flow and everything like that. And I'm still sitting at a job where it stresses me out half the time. I exert a lot more energy to the job, so much to the point where I can't exert energy to my hobbies. I can't exert energy to my, you know, creative endeavors and talents. And I was missing out on so much opportunity that was put forth, like put in front of me, because I was simply stuck. I was stuck. And you know, it's hard letting go of something that, you know, you was a part of for so long. It was like when I first started there, the wind is blowing and I'm kind of getting nervous sitting up here. Okay, whatever. But yeah, though, like you basically, y'all know what I'm saying. Like, y'all just really, you get too comfortable. And I gotta know that I'm okay. Even if I'm a little bit uncomfortable, I'm still gonna be okay. I'm still gonna be taken care of. I wouldn't have been in that position to get terminated if it wasn't something greater for me on the other side of it. I was at work one day, you know, and I don't know if this age or nothing, being biased or nothing like that, but I'm the youngest, or was the youngest. I was the youngest manager in my store. And so, you know, it'd be like, okay, the youngest, you know, less entitlement, less responsibility. It's like, I have 0 kids, none of that, you know. Everybody else, they mothers, they got, you know what I'm saying, family to feed, kids, blase. I got the more, like, my scheduling is more available than others. And, you know, not saying I was taken advantage of, because everything was literally self-inflicted, you know what I'm saying? Me pulling them long hours, self-inflicted. I don't have no regrets. I just was trying to get to the money. And not all money is good money, but I was trying to get to the money in the way that I was used to. I didn't have a car that allowed for me opportunity to make money in more unique ways and work like basically on my time and not underneath anybody else's time. So I just was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm really okay with it. But let me tell y'all what really led up to me getting terminated. I I figured that I wasn't gonna get along with this GM. And last time I experienced me not being able to get along with a GM, I transferred stores. In this instant, I liked it. The store was a cute little drive. It wasn't too far. It was in a nice area. The store was newly built, so it was really cute, very demure. And so I just liked it at the store. I liked the location, you know, the customers. It wasn't too busy, none of that. So basically I was working one day, you know, Monday. I think maybe Monday when I worked this week, I'm not gonna say we butted heads, but she was like, okay, Gabby, like, she approached me and she was like, your uniform, like, you're out of uniform. I was just wearing like black leggings and some non-slip regular Crocs with holes. And you know, to me, I just put that shit on because I was finna be late anyway, you know what I'm saying? So I really wasn't tripping, and I didn't really care about that. So, you know, I do my big one like I always, and then that day is over. We didn't really have no issues, nothing. And so Wednesday come, first of all, I was scheduled 3 to 11. Then in the morning time, they had 2 call outs, and basically they didn't finish prep. They needed certain stuff for prep, and it just did not get done because they had 2 call outs. I wasn't scheduled. What do you do when you're the strongest prepper? So I go in. She puts me on the front line. Anybody know me know I don't like the front line. And so after she puts me on the front line, basically I was just like, okay, don't really want to be here, but okay, I'll do it. And I did. I worked the front line. Then after peak 1:30, I pull off. I'm over here. I cut the onions. I slice a whole onion. I slice a whole pepper. I make 3 batches of vinaigrette. I get the person to pan out some sour cream, and we only have 4 bags of chips bagged in the whole store. And I was just like, okay, I was gonna fry some more chips so that we had chips. I didn't realize it was 3 hotel pens over there, which they were already digging into. So I was like, that's not enough for a night peak, you know what I'm saying? So let me fry some more. But no, she sends me on a break. I go on a break. At first she was like, do you want a break? I was like, no, like, why would I want a break? Like, let's be for real. Why would I want a break? Why would I want a break? Okay, so I was like, she was like, no, go on break. And I was like, okay. I come back. We don't got no chips bagged at all. The person she put on DML doesn't do DML. They mainly wash dishes and they can do some grill, and they're good at that. But she put them on DML and they were panicking, shook. I got them shook, scared, panicking, because they gotta stop and bag chips and these people at the window, and it's just like, oh damn. And so when I come in, I assess, I eval, and I go to help him because I see 3 late orders on the screen. So I help him catch him up. And then she's like, Gabby, I want you on the line. And I was just like, okay, well, we don't have any chips. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna bag these little bit of chips that we do have fried, so that we're not running back and forth during peak. And then, yeah, I was gonna go on the front line, or I was gonna be on DML. But she was like, okay, well, do you want or she was like, oh no, I need you on DML. I need this person on DML because they're closing DML and I'm leaving at 7:30. So I need to be on the line. But the person that was going to be on DML and close DML, they came to me, asked me, hey, do you want to be on the line or DML? I said I want to be on DML. And so I didn't see no issue with that if that person wanted to be on the front line. And mind you, I was going to stay anyway and help them close because they only had 3 closers. Like, why are you selling your team short? So when she told me to get online, I got online. I helped the customers. I started helping the customers was taking their orders by myself. Then the other SM come in, stand on Expo, and I was just like, you're gonna Expo while I'm doing the line and salsa? Now mind you, it was 2 people that was supposed to be there by that time, and they wasn't. So you know what, I just said, no, what, I'm not going through it. I'm tired of, like, when you work at Chipotle and you're on the line by yourself, that shit is not that shit ain't it. Like, it's not like I'm on DML doing DML. No, it's definitely different, because you'd have to deal with the customer's personality and stuff. And I was just like, no. I got tired of it, and I got my shit and I left. I said, you know what, I don't give a fuck what happened. I don't care if I lose my job. Like, when you get to a point where you're like, you don't care if you lose your job or not, then that's how you know it's time to go. That's how you know if it's time. That's how you know it's time for you to go. Part ways, release it, because it was no longer serving me at that point, you know? I was tired of it. I was losing the desire, the passion that I had for the job originally. It was all fainting. It was all, you know what I'm saying, disappearing. So I was like, okay. And then I left because I was stressed out. I was like, my hands trembling and I'm getting furious. And I was not going to be able to be on that line. I was not going to be able to serve them customers. I really wasn't. So I left. And yeah, I guess that's considered me abandoning my shift and immediately termination. But you know, I was off the next day, Wednesday or Thursday, and so when I come in Friday, I realized, I guess she never told me I was terminated, because I guess she has to do it in person, with a witness on standby too. I'm pretty sure that's policy. And then she was just like, she was like, I was working on, and once again, I'm on DML. Now, mind you, it's raining outside, it's busy, you know, and my orders were getting late, and I don't like a late order. I really don't. So, I lashed out. I really did. I was sick and tired once again, and you know what? I was fed up, because I'm like, so at Chipotle we have this thing called peak period, and we're basically supposed to lock in and not move at all. And so I was like, okay, I understand that. There was one customer left on the line to be served, and then that's when I asked for fucking help. Food safety 7, food safety role, not number 7, call for help. Is that not food safety number 7? I called for help. She was like, no. And then I was like, okay. And then the customers are starting to come inside, and they were asking about their orders, and then they were asking her, can she get any help? And then she's telling them no, because it's peak and my boss and people are, or corporate is basically watching the camera, so we're supposed to be locked in. And in that sense, she was so more hyper focused on corporate and caring about corporate that she didn't even care for her own team. So her own crewman or her own manager. So in that sense, where I just was like, okay, yeah, if corporate is more important to her, pleasing those people are more important to her, and I'm not, then hey, you know. And I'm not saying like pleasing them, like, yes, we get it, we had the bare minimum amount of workers to lock in, and yeah, we were only one of 3 stores that actually in our patch that was actually able to lock in. So I guess if that makes her happy, hey. And so you know, it was what it was. Did I curse and I made a grand exit? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I was just like, I don't understand why the fuck it is that I can't get no help when y'all got one person in line to serve and all these customers are standing waiting for their motherfucking food. And she was like, yeah, you're terminated. I said, I ain't gonna fuck. I said, I don't give a goddamn fuck, you know? And so I was just like, she was like, you're terminated, give me your key. I grabbed my shit. I said, look, I grabbed my stuff. I grabbed my stuff and I left. Like who are you finna play with? Just not me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if y'all ever feel unsupported at your job, just leave. Them people don't care. Just leave. And so that is how I got terminated from Chipotle and ended my Chipotle career. I'm not gonna even call it a career, just ended my Chipotle, you know, that 9 to 5. And so now I just feel this immense amount of freedom, like, and I'm so happy. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would say it came in the right timing, you know what I'm saying? Was the situation and the circumstances I went through ideal? No. But did it make me happier? Yes, 100%. 100% it made me happier. And I am so excited on this next season that I'm about to embark on. Y'all just got to get ready. Y'all literally just have to get ready. Because now I'm free. Like, I felt like I was holding on to Chipotle more than what I needed to, like for longer than what I needed to. I'm not gonna say I was scared to go out and try different jobs and experience different jobs and stuff, because I'm just loyal. Like, I'm loyal to, you know, what it is. I'm just loyal to everything I do, you know what I'm saying? So a specific company, I stuck with them until I said, my oath to myself was, when I, like, I guess get monetized on YouTube, then that's when I'll quit Chipotle. But the universe had other plans for me. They was like, well, you stay at Chipotle, that's prolonging your ability to get monetized on YouTube. So how about we take Chipotle out of out of your focus so that you can place your focus on YouTube now. And so that you can actually you can monetize your channel on YouTube. And, you know, so it's kind of, it's not backwards. You having to be stuck and suffering at a place until you monetize your channel. But because you're stuck at this place that's draining all of your energy and taking all the energy that you have away, then, like, that's why you're still not monetized on YouTube. When everything is set for you, it's gonna happen eventually. Like, everything is gonna come to fruition eventually, literally. And so I just want to say, you know, I'm literally happy. I'm literally happy. I was like, it's like, it feels good to know you don't work for nobody. It really does. But am I gonna go get another job that's less stressful, that I know is less stressful to, you know, keep a steady flow of income? Yeah, I'm gonna get another job. Now, you know, I'm not gonna talk about it because you can, like, there's plenty of options. I have the ability now to do Instacart and DoorDash, and I'm pretty sure Instacart is one of my best options right now, so I'm gonna be doing Instacart. I'm gonna do Instacart and have a part-time job, you know. And that's fine, because having a part-time job is not bad. It's like, even if I was to solely do Instacart and like DoorDash or something, it's still like, I don't know, like it's not bad. Excuse me. But it's like a sense of enjoyment. And then I miss, like I've been saying like recently, like I was like, I miss making bubble teas and poke bowls, and like I just mix, like I miss making drinks and stuff like that. And I was just like, you know what, in my heart it's like, oh my god, I miss it. And I was thinking about going back, but it's like, you know, you can have jobs that are just for fun. And to me, the bubble tea place was just for fun. Like, and it was like, I can make money. Is it the highest amount of money that I could potentially make? No. But did I enjoy it? Yes. Honestly. I think these folks are pulling up. Okay, no, they wasn't pulling up next to me. But I will say, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I would like to say thank y'all for tuning into today's chit chat, and I hope y'all like the video. And if you resonated, you know, let me know in the comments. Give it a thumbs up. You know, if you like talking videos, or if you got any video recommendations or any questions for me or concerns, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, y'all. And I'll respond to the comments, or you know, everything. So like I said, thanks so much for watching and listening to me yap. Listen to me yapping. And I hope y'all gained something from it, or a sense of not feeling alone in a situation where you want to leave a job, but you made a promise to yourself that something got to happen before you leave the job. Yep, just nip that in the bud, and you know, do what you got to do. I'm gonna go get some meal from Publix. I'm gonna go get me some chicken real quick, eat that. My battery's dying, so yeah, perfect timing.